Hello! Today I would like to teach you how to assess the oral health of your pets. Now, I'm not asking you to make an accurate diagnosis. That's not what I want. Only licensed veterinarians can do that. And even for them, sometimes it's not very easy without putting the animal under anesthesia to do an accurate diagnosis. So that's not the point. The point here is to show you how to detect the early signs of oral disease so that you can consult with your veterinarian early in the course of the disease. Less pain, less sufferances and all that. All right, so the first thing to do is obviously to lift the lip of your pet. Very few people will do it, but it should be done regularly. So if you lift the lip of your pet, normally a healthy mouth, the gum will be in a healthy mouth, the gum will be evenly pink, right? Light pink, and the teeth will be completely white. There shouldn't be any stains on the teeth. Now, we have a biofilm. The dogs have a biofilm. Cats have biofilms as well on their teeth. And if this biofilm is not removed regularly with preventative home dental cares, what will happen is that this biofilm will eventually calcify and will become what we call tartar or calculus. Now, this tartar, at first you can't see it, but it causes inflammation. It can cause inflammation of the gum. And if you lift the lip of a cat or a dog that has gingivitis, that's how we call it, then you will notice that the gum will be pink everywhere except in one or two spots maybe early in the course of the disease where it's going to be really red. And that is a sign, that's the sign of gingivitis, okay? And as the disease gets worse, then the gingivitis will also get worse. It will move on all the other teeth, and the calculus, the tartar, will get bigger and bigger. You will notice like a brownish material. Sometimes it's so thick that you can't hardly see the teeth themselves. And so those are the early signs of the calculus. And actually, at one point, the calculus is so thick that it blocks the oxygen from the bacteria around the teeth, and then you will have a switch in the bacteria. And these new bacteria actually produces something called sulfides, and it smells bad. And that's why halitosis, or bad breath, is one of the first signs that the people will notice, the pet parents will notice when their dogs suffer from oral disease. All right, and eventually the tartar and the bacteria will migrate underneath the gums and actually will cause what we call pockets and will actually destroy the bone. And with bone destruction, naturally, you can imagine that you will have tooth loss, abscesses, and even systemic diseases. I mean, the bacteria can migrate through the bloodstream in different organs. At this point, when the disease is more serious, where you've got calculus on pretty much every teeth, you lift the lip, instead of seeing white teeth, they're all like brownish, almost blackish, and sometimes you will see pus also, like a grayish pus. Well, then a lot of pets will actually eat less and lose weight. That's a sign that we will see also in oral disease. It's not the only one, but it's one sign. And if for instance, it's more painful on one side than on the other, they may chew more on one side than on the other, and also they might gobble up their dry food without even crunching it. So you won't hear anything. They'll just swallow the kibbles whole, and that's it. And sometimes, especially with cats, this causes regurgitation eventually. But what is the most surprising thing is that a lot of cats and a lot of dogs will not show any signs of pain and discomfort, and that's why pet parents are frequently surprised when their vets will tell them, you know what, your cat or your dog has severe gingivitis, has severe periodontal disease, and must be suffering, because science tells us that it is painful. The periodontitis is painful, and yet cats and dogs are very, very good at hiding their pain and sufferances. So it's an animal welfare issue, actually. So if you see any of the signs that I've just described, any on the teeth, if the teeth are not, bright white and the gums are not perfectly pink, then you need to contact your veterinarian ASAP, because your dog or cat will need professional dental care at that point. Now, if you want to avoid going through all this, obviously what you want to do is preventative oral care at home. And in the next videos that I will be doing with my colleague Dr. Guay, then we will show you some products that can be used, some products that are made by the company Stem, and that can be used either toothbrushes, toothpaste, wipes, water additives, and I'll tell you more about that in future videos. Until then, stay tuned. If you want to go on our webpage also, you'll see more videos. If you go on our Facebook page, it's called Blue Stem Pets, you'll get all the information, and even if you have questions, you can always post questions on our Facebook page. Thanks a lot, and see you then.